Hello, guys. Hello and good day. This is Jamie at Jamie Wilson TV with our week 8 update. Since my full teeth extractions and receiving immediate dentures. Today, I went for my second appointment since my full extractions, and I had a my second reline. Basically, my dentist just looked over my gums, make sure they're healing all right, and that the bone grafting was a success around my implants, and everything is looking good, guys. Everything is looking very good. I brought up my concerns about the denture fitting and how it felt, especially with my uneven bite that I had. And it took about a couple hours total for everything. Um, and he did my reline, and now I have a perfect bite. It feels perfect now, and I don't have any pressure on the implant on my left side anymore. So, whew, that will make eating a whole lot better. Now, I did tell him that I did make an adjustment to my bottom denture around the area where the lip meets the jaw. There's a little bit of a piece of tissue that connects both of those things together, and the lower denture was rubbing it against it, so I had to make a modification. He was like fine with it, but uh, I shouldn't really make adjustments on my denture because there's always a risk of that, of that reline kind of peeling off against the plate, and I don't want to do that. But that was just a last resort. Now, just to speed things up in this video, again, everything is great, but he noticed there was some tartar around the implants that are starting to show in my gums. So the gums are shrinking and the implants are starting to show. So and I guess that's by design, but he did notice there was some tartar around a couple of the implants on my lower jaw. So he wants me to brush my gums, and that's one thing I haven't been doing since full extractions because I was kind of afraid to mess anything up or um, loosen up the sutures that were on there. But the sutures are dissolvable; they were supposed to peel off and go away. So now we're going to be brushing. I just need to get a soft brush, a softer brush, because it still feels kind of, I don't know, not painful, but it's weird brushing against gums. So he wants me to do that. He wants me to get up into the denture. I'm sorry, up into the implant that's kind of, it's not out yet. So it's covered by like a crater of gum, like gum surrounding it. And yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. Um, that's about it. I had a CT scan. They always like doing CT scans each time. I hope I don't get charged for it. I should have probably asked if I'm getting charged for all this extra. The only complaint that I had was that dentist didn't really listen to me all that well. I was trying to tell him, and I thought I told him that my bottom denture was loose, very loose, and I was expecting to get a reline. So he was trying to do a few things, and then he sat me up and said, "Okay, you gotta brush it." And I'm feeling inside right now like, you forgot to do my reline. So I had to speak up, and I'm like, my reline, and I think I might have frustrated him. Maybe not. Maybe he just didn't understand what I was trying to tell him. But that just goes to show that you really need to communicate with your dentist. Maybe I didn't communicate with him thoroughly, but I don't think he communicated with me what the purpose of my whole visit was. So maybe just for next time, for anybody who's going to a dentist appointment, or if you're scheduled to go into a dentist appointment, ask questions. Ask, what is this appointment about? What am I expected to do in this appointment? You know what I mean? So both parties are communicating correctly. So eventually, then I got to reline. Another thing I don't want to complain about, but another thing that would be helpful is, let me give you an example. Also, when I was in there, he noticed that this implant, there's an implant underneath that's showing and it's sticking out. I'll show you. Right here. See that metal? He wanted to put a little abutment on it. It's a little attachment. He wanted to go ahead and put a temporary implant, a temporary snapping thing, I guess, in my denture. Um, so he put, I don't know what it is. I think it was an abutment. So he snapped one in, and that required a lot of force. I didn't know how to feel about that because it was only 8 weeks in, but it felt really sturdy. So he did that, and then he asked me the question, today, we can do this for you today, or we can just say, hey, we're healing good enough. We're not worried about it. It's not slipping around as much. I was like, well, what do you recommend? Because you put in the abutment already, and then you asked me the question. So my dentist is good, but I think he thinks too far ahead. He does things too far ahead, and then he asks the question. So it is what it is. He's really good, though. I'm very thankful for him. So the whole purpose of this update, if dentists are watching somehow, some way, is just really communicate with your patients, and also expect them to communicate with you. So communication is key. Ask all the questions you need. So that's my update for today. I don't want to make it too long. I'm still going to make videos here and there of me eating certain types of foods with the dentures. And now that we have an even bite, now it's going to be so much better. Right now, I'm waiting for this to cool off, but I have, well, you can't really tell, but it is a chicken sausage soup with white kidney beans, chicken broth. It has some carrots, celery, and onion in it. And man, it is good. My girlfriend doesn't like it because it has the consistency of pea soup, but it's good. Damn good. So I'm going to eat that. And what I was trying to go with that is the sausage that was in it. I had a hard time eating it because of the skin for some reason. But it's a lot better now. I'm having an easier time eating it. So that's my update. I hope you guys are doing okay. During your during your healing sessions, and just keep going with the flow. Oh, one more thing. So my next appointment, I think, is sometime in June or July. They're going to try to schedule something out based on my CT scans. But they said the healing is going really good, and like really good. So they want to do in the next appointment, they're going to start thinking about moving to the next process, which is they're going to start with my bottom jaw first. They're going to start working on getting the implants uncovered on the bottom and the implants uncovered on the top 2 months after. That's the plan. So hopefully by around October, August, the latest, we'll have our snap-in dentures. But I'm starting to think this is going to be a longer process than I thought it was going to be. I'm hearing that from a lot of people that usually when they say 4 to 6 months, it's probably going to be a little bit later than that. We'll see. We will see. So, okay. So I do run the risk of talking too much and blah, 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 blah. Thank you guys for watching for this update, and you be good. Have a good day.